Good morning, folks. Sorry about that. It's 10:18 a.m. on the 26th day, 3rd month, 2023. Turn off some of these cities' names. Absolute toxic air over Australia today, and some creeping over New Zealand that was deployed out here. This is just blatant. This is just absolutely a choke out. Absolute choke out. They choked George Floyd, and now they're floyding y'all. Welcome to their machine. They'll kill all your dreams after they told you what to dream. Boom, 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 boom. What a bunch of pluma Nazis doing this to you. See, which scale do I have on today? Yeah, I can go with that. Alright. Let's have a look here. Not a whole lot of storming going on. I had a big bad shot go through Adelaide very, very recently. And a little action out west. The biggest action I see is the setup for your rains with the sickness mix. Not naturally occurring cloud formations going every which way to wind, right? It would be the biggest tornado you ever seen in your life if all these wind directions were happening at once in this one spot. That's a lot of vortices going on there. That's a whole lot of lying when they tell you that the earth is warming because of something you and I personally did. That is a lie. There's something going on that is lying about the statistic of warming, and something is toxifying your sky. And wherever the toxifiers fly, sickness follows. And I imagine you have a very unhealthy situation developing this week. See that compound there? Streamer, 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 streamer. Another one here. Forward 10 minutes. These are chem bombs being deployed here over the trough, as I sometimes call it here, Inverell, Glenn's Anus, the Coffington Harbor, and Barabba escapes the crest, but he didn't escape the chem bomb as what looks like a giant dragon, if we're going to use our imaginariums here, spewing up the toxic mix. Yep. How much life will be missed when all this mist finally takes its toll? When the acid rains defoliate the last leaf, will there be anybody left to leave? Something came along in a line all the way through here. They was moving fast. Now let's have a look if we could see anything of the ground, even from the outward lookings. Boom, 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 went the plume over there, and boom over here, and the boom over there, and there, and there, and there, to just hit stained skies. Jumping backwards in 10-minute jumps. Jump, jump, the chem bomb will make you. Bleh. Sickness mixed. It's a sickening thing to see. It's definitely not going to be thickening. It's definitely not going to be good for your penis erectuses. You don't have the energy. I bet a lot of the oxygen's out of the air today around here at Tassie. Look at this deployment right over the top of you. And you just sent it right to New Zealand. Have it, have it, have it, have it, have it. How's the air smelling today? I'm going to have a quick back check. Well, we've made it to 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, that's coming. I'll get to that. Oh, yes, we have more than one view of this sea. Where it says that Wales is whaling, we got one great big old dirty Sanchez cloud over here outside of Dubbo. Look it up if you must. What is a dirty Sanchez? So you'll find it on the menu next to the blue waffle. Yeah, hey Ben Dingo. How you doing? Did you see the sky at all today? Your microwaves frying you over here, bombs in the high deck. Big old shit stripe of God only knows what over here. Streamer and a Chris Jameson making another shadow. Could you get more of a square edge to your weather than that? Right there on your Hey, NASA accidentally shows geoengineering. No, they don't accidentally. That's a good shot of that. We'll keep that one there, Malvern. Right over the top of you. See that shadow? Who knows? Who puts the evil into the hearts of men? The shadow government knows. And Pinocchio's nose grows every time the shadow nose grows. Hey, never corte. They like blurred you out a bit, but if he was doing something wrong, they could see you from space. Crystal clear. Yeah, but when it comes time for showing their guilt, their taxification, their poisoning of a population of people that didn't deserve it. Does anybody ever deserve it? No. Do these animals out here deserve it? Judging from the clarity of this image, there's not that much dust that's been whipped up here, as it's been whipped up over here. So again, we can expect some winds to be moving some dust, which is also not very healthy for your breathings, but it's great for Kleenex sales there. Yeah, the tissues you use to blow your nose. Wee, wah. Boom! You had a big explosion of God only knows what over here. It's definitely not going to be a burst of extra oxygen in the air that you might need. No. Just can't be doing that. Oh, it'll be some kind of defoliator, something that consumes what's needed by others in a parasitic manner. Newcastle fried it up. Gosford getting fried. Look at this down there on the low deck with the bombs in it. You have plasma with bombs. Chemicals for propagating waveform. That must be the airport right there, judging by that plane symbol. It is kind of an obvious. I'm jumping backwards a few days. I didn't know I could do that so quickly. Wow, wasn't that unnecessary? The bombs here streaming off the Big Mac, getting attacked. Yep, it's a Big Mac attack. It's a gas attack. Shardy skies, fall you and die. East side, they said. East sky and die. Sky and die like a new car. What plane you on? I'm on a Sky and die. Yeah, Don Colazan sold me this ticket here. Hey, he fried it up out here so the fishy court was already cooked. Is that sushi really not cooked? If it's been microwaved its whole life, only you can decide. What's he got the butt plug over here growing out to sea? What is that? An Imperial cruiser? Mighty fine arc all pointing toward one spot here. Hey, what do you got out here? Yes, some fucked up fried sky. At the fucked up fried sky, you got 7 chemicals in, not the spices you be wanting for the nicest. The fucked up fried skies, they're doing it right in front of you. A bella lotta. Meant a lot to me if he would stop spraying the skies with the dirty Sanchez look in the shit stains. Shit stained skies, shit stained brains, doo-doo stains, boom, boom! Ivan has gotten hoed. Yep, right before your eyes. They're hoeing it, they're digging your grave, and they're the one that's supposed to be live in it. Oh my God, even Robinvale, the poor rabbits over here at the Robinvale airport, not so chirpy today as the toxic flyers have been over the top of him. You can see a little bit of gray. Maybe something might be a lot of photosynthesized there. I don't know. I'm sure Mr. Burns has a big grow light he'll sell you. We'll just float it over your whole field. We could just stop spraying everything. As a look off the coast of the Tasmaniacs here, we could see a bit of a circulation going on over here near the Franklin Marina Park over there. Oh, somebody's getting Bernie. No, we'll change your name to Fry. Yeah, Mr. Fry and Mr. Winard, because they didn't know how to spell vineyard. Yeah, we will have our vineyard here. Over here, name my sister. She's such a bitch. Yeah, the sister's bitch all the time. They whine in the winery. Cloud of crap going over here. And flips across the ocean. Hit this the right angle, and you'll dangle right into another Sanchez place. Hi, the long white chemtrail is going from this side to this side. The Napier with the chem bombs off the coast over here in the bay, because they've done harked up another clam's worth of sky for you folks. Let's see what it's what we looking like over there. And nothing much to see there at this moment, other than this big old batch of crap getting ready to descend over a major populated area known as Auckland. Should be over here. No, I'm not talking about the Falklands. They're talking about fucking Auckland, man. You ever been to fucking Auckland? You ain't missing much. Now, it's a cool view from the sides. But in all fairness, you ain't missing much. It's a city. Cities are gritty. Cities are so shitty cities. It has its typical. It has a thing that looks like a needle sticking in the sky. A lot of cities have those now. Nothing very unique. Do you got a Ferris wheel yet? Yeah, those got invented a long time ago. Nothing unique there. You got a lot of chem bombs floating over. Nothing unique there. They do that everywhere in the world, like this bomb going here and here. Boom. It is the slow boomer there. Come on, load. One frame at a time, getting boom boomed all the time. There goes the S in the sky. There's snakes from the snakes. Severus Snape, snaping up the sky, the slithering it right on in. Boom, boom, boom. The sickness goes in your room, and they call it the creeper. It is, man. It's the creeper. It's creeping right in your window now while you're sleeping. Just tendrilizing you. The body snatcher, stealing your dreams. Swelling your streams. There's a little split in the flow going on there. You got a radar? Got a radar shooting down the coast. I already know the answer to that question. You do. Shooting right down here from Auckland. Bzzz. Getting fried, getting fried. So that's going to set up a bit of a wall there. It's going to force more stuff around and down and under. Right in your underwear. Yep, as this creeps through your window. During the night. The nighttime, midnight burglar stealing your clean air. Your beautiful mountain breezes. The whispers of your ancestors tainted by the EMF hum all the time. So let's have a look at some of your activity that's going on right now. Okay, you just looked. There it is. Next. All right, let's have a look. This is about what you would get on the news if you watched MSN. Yep, there it is. Have a look. This one's flowing that way. That one's flowing that way. It's just really just a slow mover until it gets over here near the Norseman's Crescent. And it'll kick up a bit as it goes there. Get a lot of bombs going up out west. Preceding the development of this current yawning situation of stormings. Storming, Norman's, Borman. Let's see exactly where we are. Right down the corner. Right, we're down here in this field of attention from the toxic flyers. Yeah, the toxic flyers have been all in this area, toxifying the air, bombing it up, making sure stuff settles on the ocean too, because, you gotta have that in that that fresh fish steak you get out there. You put that under your sushi under a microscope. You better have a barf bag next to you when you do. Huh? Yeah, well, yeah. You're so chic. It gets you to eat parasites and microplastics and some things I can't quite identify. Cthulhu looking. Yeah, have a Cthulhu in you. Have a Cthulhu coming out your wazoo. The old wazoo, they're coming you up in the old wazoo, to boom your hair, to fry you there, to coming bombing the old wazoo. Boom! And the boom boom plume, the boom boom plume, attacks a fire with the boom boom plume. It's coming through the open air in the window of your room like a Dracula without being invited. Blah! And it's getting in your blood. It is. Nanoparticles are in your blood now. You will not wash that off. You will not just say, go away, and it does. You can't pray some things away. Actions will speak louder than words. In the ceasing of deploying of chemical catalysts in the skies to propagate waveforms that influence the weather, stripping ions. Strippers in the sky. Strippers making storms, boom, ba boom, boom, boom. No BOM gives warnings, boom, 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 until your house is gone, boom, 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 boom. They take your tax dollars for a ride while they're slipping it inside. Your sky's like a commode. Oh, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. You like the Doors? How come all these famous people always die in a bathtub where nobody ever sees? Talk about this amongst yourself. Dun, 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 dun. Hee, shamo, motherfuckers. Doom, boom, 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 boom. What do you expect in a forecast? All I said was it was a toxic air alert today. My forecast is still accurate. Of course, I'll run that through for you. Look at this boom, boom, plume out here in the Coral Sea. Come on. If you was speeding, you would get a ticket. They would show you when a drink was in your hand, or that you was on the phone. But when it comes to looking at our Earth, they just hide it. Hide anytime they want. They could zoom right in. They brag about all these optics they have. Oh, give us funding for these new things. But don't look at the dirty Sanchez shit tripe chemtrails going on over the ocean over here. Don't look at this over here. Don't see it. Not seeing Nazi skies for you and die. What the hell is this thing here? Some kind of a freaking get a bearded man here with a farting out a big trail behind it? That is not a naturally occurring cloud formation. If you think it is, you're out of your mind or you've been fed a lie. You've been told a lie. That's right. If you're lying, you're dying. That's right. And wherever the toxic flyers fly, things die. So let me give you a little heads up of what they say is going to go on. No, I'm not going to use Access because the Bureau of Morons does. I'll show you, but they already have. Hey, Feed, you got a bit of wetness coming up around you. Popping out of the old uterus of the Vanuatu. Here comes that big old tendril, well organized, and she trucking to the east. Yeah, most of your action's all coming from Australia. Everything they spray over here is coming over here. They ain't wasting that toxic air particles. Whatever don't fall out there will fall out over somewhere else. Yep, they'll drop that acid on you too, that bunch of hippies. Yep, aciding up the water supply, but it's not LSD, it's sulfuric acid. What a fucking shame. As a big batch of tendrils of crap comes across the Indian Ocean. He's got his eyes on the west coast of Australia. Steams a big bowl. One big old fart of moisture comes in to be nucleated later. And as we head into Tuesday, the storms for New South Wales begin to kick into and they're off. And up the coast road they go. Cloppity, 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 boomity, 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 plumity, plumity, plum. Try saying that very fast. As we try remembering it. A whole nother one. Right as we go into Wednesday, the stormings continue for the West Coast and the East. Yo, East Coast, yo, West Coast. You know what you got in common? A big problem with chem bombs. You'll have 3 distinct radar deployments going on here to split the storm up. 3 stations on. I'll show you which ones here in a minute. The usual suspects. Yeah, guilty grafting, of course, will be highly involved. GIMP will be involved. Yep. A bit of a spinner. Being held in place just over this island where there's no weather stations. Yeah, just get a draw through. Create that section through Cook Strait. It just makes it just want to angle a bit more. Angle in this dangle. So that on the first days of the month, you become the April Fool. Happy April Fool to you. And what will be the big April Fool this month? Will it be a balloon? Will it be a new virus that they'll say happens? Will they come for your chickens this month? Will they finally admit the sky is falling? If they disclose chemtrails on April 1st, will we believe them? I don't play April Fool's jokes with weather forecasts or anything, so you can expect the same from me every day. We don't need a 1st of April to see a fool. Look at some of the comments I get in some of my videos. I can see the fools that have been fooled by the fools that love the fool. What kind of fools? Greedy fools love to fool fools for their wallets. As you can see, the attention is shifted to Queensland as we headed toward April, right? April Fools. The split in the flow occurs at Alice, so Alice will be definitely owning the show there. And the Kemp bombers will be toxic flying over toward the Mount Isa regions, and we'll go hit that corridor one more time. Hit it, baby, one more time. Boom, 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 boom. To me, the biggest thing is, what do the pressures look like? Oh, my. And that's such a good day on the 4th as Star Wars Day. No, that's in May. Well, we go, May the 4th be with you. Yeah, it's going to be a dangerous day. Oh, yes. And now for the terrible totals. Oh, would you look at the goat? They somehow they left the whole Coast Road out of the stat. But I have old data in that that says they're wrong. And then the 5s through the charts. Warwick, Gone with the Windy, deep water going in Glenzane is over there. Yeah, you have some heavy flows down these rivers coming up on the 5s and the 3s. On the toll, you got time to prepare. That's right, get your arcs ready. You got time to prepare. Aware, ready, and knowledgeable. What do you need to be aware of? Fuck if I know what you know. Somebody asked me that. What do I need to be aware of? Be aware of what you need to be aware of. What happened last time in your area that was a disaster? What happened? Where did the water go? Did it go here? You need to know where that water is going to go. Right? Where does it normally flood? How deep does it go? Where does it run? And will you be okay? Will your Queenslander, which is built on stilts, in case of floods like that, be okay with you handling that amount? And if you could determine yes, then you know what to do. If you determine no, then you know what to do, you know? You know, no? Oh, no. See? Oh, no. Oh, they've crammed your totals too far down over here, and I'm not buying that crap. So we'll be watching for accurate totals, never from the Bureau of Moronity. And I called out 15 to 20 centimeters. I drew this turf in the 10s, and I'm not backing that down. And I came up with, let's see if it shows, if it'll allow me to. I have this stat here. I'm showing quite a bit more. So they backed that down, and they showed me that stat yesterday. That was last night. It was about 15 hours ago or so. See, I do keep track with screenshots of what they plan. And then they backed off the totals like they did during the Lismore flood. They didn't tell anybody the correct totals. Or the second one, but I stuck to my guns whenever they changed this like this to create insecurity in independent forecasters. What is a mighty black state line there? Oh, it's the McIntyre River there. How you doing, Mac? The big Mac is going to be flowing its ass big time. Big time. Heavy flows, man. Heavy flows. And away it goes. Boom. See, that should have took you pretty much through the 10s and the 5s. On New Zealand, yeah, you're still fucked. And I showed you that, how fucked you were. On the 5s, you were starting to see the wetness. This coast here is going to get it much worse than they're saying. That stat there is a liar. Because they're a liar. Really? Why lie about something like that? Unless you're trying to cause harm. Or you're so worried about being right that you do wrong. Egos have got to be set aside when it comes to safety. Is the Bermuda-like triangle of mysterious amounts of water appear across the quarter that none of the weather forecasters knows what the hell is going to go on with it. I'd rather just tell you you're going to cap it in your fuck than that you're getting blasted and beamed and that you might want to close your windows tonight because there's going to be a lot of toxic fallout coming from the sky. because of these deployments here. The faster. Here we go. You can see stream to crush your entire nation. The Paris Accords must be defeated. The Paris Agreement must never be agreed upon because it doesn't serve all life upon the planet. It serves far too few while affecting everything. And if you spray acid in the sky, it defoliates the rainforest, defoliates the Congo and Uganda where all the gorillas are in the mist. And if we're not careful, we won't even be here to miss everything. That'll be gone into the mist. Big love. Peace.